Thanks for joining me. So I just wanted to ask, how's your drink so far?
It's really delicious. It's actually really refreshing and it's super easy to make.
Yeah, it is actually. I love watermelon. It's my favorite fruit, so just in time for the summer. So I actually wanted to get into the topic about something. When you were a kid, or I guess you can say middle school or in high school, did you ever feel like you had like issues with stress? Maybe you didn't have family or friends there for you, ways to cope was an issue.
Right. For sure that was happening. I was actually a really anxious kid. My parents used to fight a lot, and so my mom turned to drinking, and it was just not a good environment to be in.
I'm actually really sorry to hear that. That is a tough situation. It can be toxic, and I'm sure the viewers who are watching probably have gone through the same thing. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because what you went through, and I'm sure all of us went through, is actually considered a risk factor. A risk factor is basically somebody, like a person developing some form of disease, but in this case, it would be underage drinking. So for what you went through, would you consider it a risk factor?
Yeah, of course. It actually made it a lot harder to resist pressures and say no. I just wanted to do anything that would help me escape my reality. I understand why a lot of people turn to drugs and alcohol because I saw it happening in my own household, and yeah, it was really hard.
Yeah, I actually had parental substance use when I was a kid too. Thankfully, I didn't go down that route. I had my friends there for me. However, there was times where I did want to probably drink and use it as a way to like cope or try to escape all my issues. And I can't imagine how many other teens out there are probably going through the same thing. I'm sure a lot of them want to probably drink their problems away, just like how we thought about doing it probably too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's so many risk factors out there besides, just substance use in the home. There's mental health issues, academic achievements, and things like that. So yeah, I feel a lot of teens do feel that similarly, and they do want to go ahead and drink and use substances as a way to escape their reality too.
No, yeah, definitely. I know there's also peer pressure. A lot of kids go through that. I know I went through that. I'm pretty sure kids just think it's cool to drink, even though it's not. They don't have to do anything that they don't want to do. I feel like being a teen is really tough. It was tough for me. I'm sure it was tough for you and for some of the people who are watching as well.
Right. I was going to ask, what do you think are some ways that we can prevent teens from drinking?
There's a lot of different ways. There's different methods of definitely preventing that. We can use friends, family, but I actually wanted to get into that next week for our next segment. But I did want to thank you, Alyssa, for joining me. Are you going to be making this drink at home?
Yes, I can't wait to try this at home. It was so delicious, and I can't wait for next week's segment. So thank you so much for having me, Ginny. This has been so much fun.
Yeah, of course.